Hello everyone, how are you? Once again, I'm back with the lesson The Adventure of Toto. I'd already explained the background of it, and we have already done two paragraphs. So today I'm going to start with the third paragraph, and let's once again, within a minute, let's refresh what we have done yesterday. So it was a grandfather who loved animals very much. Now, Toto was a small, notorious or mischievous monkey, and he bought it from a Tonga driver for the sum of rupees 5. Now, grandfather, he was very fond of animal, and he had a mini zoo in his house. So he thought of keeping Toto also there. Now, new grandmother would object it. She won't like to have Toto in her house. She will make fuss. So at first he kept Toto in a secret place. When he came back after some time, he saw a great change in his place. Okay, and what was the change? That the school blazers of narrators, who is the narrator here? Ruskin Bond. He had it was his school blazer was torn up, and the ornamental paper was removed from the wall. Okay, and but grandfather, he felt pleased with Toto's mischief. Now, when he was doing all such sort of thing, so a decision was taken by the grandfather. He shifted Toto to a servant quarter where there was a cage. Now there were tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a squirrel, a pet goat. So, but that notorious monkey, that Toto, did not let them sleep peacefully. So he now grandfather had to leave Dehradun, and he had to go to collect his pension from Saharanpur. He traveled. He took Toto with him, and in the way also he had created a lot of trouble for him. Like he annoyed the TT. Okay, but Toto was finally accepted in the house by the grandmother also. Okay, when he came back from Saharanpur, anyhow the grandmother came to know about Toto, and she also accepted him. But Toto was such a monkey that instead of lessen his mischievous work, it was increasing day by day. One day Toto nearly boiled himself alive, but his mischief continued. Okay, he used to tear up the dresses of the auntie. He used to tear things to pieces. One day he was eating rice on the dining table, and when grandmother screamed, Toto threw a plate at her. Now, one day, one of the auntie rushed towards him, and Toto threw a glass of water at her face. One day, pulao was prepared in the grandfather's house, and Toto ran out with a dish of pulao in his hand. He ran up to the branches of the jackfruit tree, and when grandmother screamed at him, he threw the dish at grandmother. So such were the behavior, such were the notorious thing done by Toto. And now the grandfather was also fed up with his behavior. Finally, he decided he will give back Toto to that Tonga driver. He sold Toto for rupees 3. So you can see it's very difficult to keep monkey as a pet animal, though they are very intelligent, but it was difficult for a grandfather to keep that monkey in his house, and finally he had to sold Toto. Now we were doing in the third paragraph from here. So let me read it and let me explain you. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. Now grandmother always fussed. First here means she used to shout, she used to scream, she used to make a lot of noises. Because she in this such a manner she used to object that she did not like grandfather to to bring the animals at her house. So let's read from the third paragraph. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new birds or animal. So it was decided that Toto's present should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Now, children, it was decided by grandfather that if grandmother will have a good mood, then only he will tell about Toto, as Toto was very notorious and she would not be able to tolerate it. She would definitely make a fuss. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So he was put in the closet. Closet means almirah. The meaning of closet, write it. It means almirah. Here. Where he was tied secretly and, as we have thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So, what do you mean by a peg? P-E-G. See peg here. Peg. So, the meaning of peg you can write a small piece of iron or wood in a wall for hanging things. Once again, I repeat, a small piece of iron or wood in a wall for hanging things. So, he was tied to a peg which was fastened in the wall. Now, the fourth paragraph. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper, now a beautiful wallpaper was there in the room. So after some time, when they thought that they should release Toto for some time, because they did not want, grandfather was against the tying of the animal, so he thought he should release Toto. And when he saw a great change in the room. And what were the changes? The whole wallpaper was torn into pieces. Now we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. Now the plaster also came, the paint also came out with that ornamental paper. Only what was seen? Brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. The worst thing was that the peg with which he was tied, it also came out. Wrench means took out with force. So that also has been taken out by force, that peg from the socket. And my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. Shreds means torn into pieces. Now the worst thing was that the narrator's school uniform, the blazer was hung in the hanger and it was torn into pieces. I wonder what grandmother would say. But grandfather did not worry. He seemed pleased with Toto performance. Now writer was very much worried because of his uniform was torn, but he was very much, he was very much pleased when he saw all these notorious mischiefs done by Toto. He was not at all annoyed. In fact, he seems very pleased. He gave a compliment to him. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I'm sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Now grandfather did not scold him, did not say him anything. Okay, did not make him realize that he had done a great mistake, but instead he supported him by saying he is very clever. If time would be given to him, he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope. He should have made rope with the help of your blazer and he should have escaped from the window. So instead of scolding, grandfather is supporting him. This shows that how much grandfather used to love animals. His presence in the house is still a secret. Now, till now, grandmother was not aware of Toto. It was still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter where a number of grandfather's pets live very sociably together. Now, finally, grandfather decided that he would be shifted to servants' quarter in a cage. And in the servant quarter there was a mini zoo. Lot of animals were there together, like a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, okay, and one pet goat. So these animals, they were living together, they were having a lot of affection with each other, they never used to create problem for anybody. But the monkey would not allow any of his companions to sleep at night. But the monkey was very naughty. He did not allow any of the companions. When he was brought to the servant quarter, he did not allow any of his companion to sleep at night. That means he was making a lot of noise, that not even a single animal slept peacefully at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. Now when grandfather saw that all his animals were in trouble, so he decided to take Toto. Where? He decided to take Toto to Saharanpur, where he was supposed to go and collect his pension. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip. Now, generally, the narrator also used to go to his with his grandfather because he was an old person, and just to help him on the way, the narrator used to accompany him. But that day, on that journey, narrator was not able to go because of some urgent work. But he told me about it afterwards. Now, but grandfather, he told about his work, about his journey afterward. He told what happened on the way. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. Now what they have done, they have bought a very big canvas bag so that Toto can be put inside. It was a very strong bag so that Toto could not bite that bag with his teeth. So a big bag was purchased so that Toto can go inside. He should be kept inside that bag, and then he would go to Saharanpur with the grandfather in that bag. So when a big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto, this with some straw at the bottom, and there was a preparation for Toto to sit in the bag. At first they have put some straw at the bottom, and it became a new abode. New abode means his new home. For some time, that big canvas bag, that big strong canvas bag, it has become Toto's home. Abode means home. So I told you the meaning of abode. Abode means home. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Now when they put the Toto inside to check, and they were very much sure that now he won't be able to escape from that bag. Toto could not get his hand through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. Now he knew that Toto will not able to open that bag. His hand was not that much strong, and second thing, the bag was too strong for him to bite. So his efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. Now but Toto was not an ordinary monkey. I told you he was very mischievous, so he wanted to go out of the bag, and whatever effort he was doing to get out of the bag, it only created a scene. Okay, and what scene it created? The bag started rolling about on the floor. When Toto was jumping, the bag was rolling about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. So these two things happened with Toto. The bag started rolling because he wanted to come out. Okay, and what else? What else? The bag started rolling and it came out from the, it started rolling and it started jumping on the floor. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd or onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. And what was the result? The result of this, when people saw a bag itself is jumping and rolling here and there, a lot of crowd was gathered at Dehradun railway platform. It was an attraction for the crowd. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur. Now it was a very, then grandfather felt very much embarrassed, but he was helpless. If he will take him out, he might run away. So Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur. Till Saharanpur he remained in the bag only. But while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Now, when grandfather was showing the ticket at the turnstile is a mechanical gate consisting of revolving horizontal arm. So what is turnstile? A mechanical gate consisting of revolving horizontal arm. So when a small portion of chain was opened and Toto took out his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Grin means a smile. Now he smiled at the ticket collector. The poor man was taken aback. Now the ticket collector, he was in shock. He never dreamed this thing will be happening. But with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." Now the ticket collector, he said that, "Sir, you are having a dog with you. We cannot allow a dog like that. There is a ticket for dogs also." Now, if he will tell that he is having a monkey, he will be in problem. But grandfather did not tell what he was taking, but he simply objected to the ticket collector that it's not a dog. Okay, he said, "Sir," when he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you, you will have to pay for it accordingly. There is a ticket for dog also." So in vain, grandfather, in vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog. But finally, he took out Toto for a moment. He showed this to the ticket collector and told that this, in the rule, it is only written there is a ticket for dog, not for a monkey. But that ticket collector, he did not listen. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was a sum handed over as his fare. So 3 rupees was a large amount at that time. So he had to give 3 rupees for his fare. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, now grandfather was very much annoyed. He told the rule is only for dogs, but as you can read it, he did not agree. He classified monkey for a dog and he took the fare. Now grandfather was so annoyed, he was taking his pet tortoise also, that is small baby tortoise, he took out from his pocket and he told, I am taking this also, how much is the fare for this? So then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, what must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals? The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his 4 fingers, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look and said, no charge, it's not a dog. Now ticket collector, what he did, he prodded it. That means he started touching and searching, and he told no, this will not come in the category of dog, so there will be no charge for this. Grandfather a pleasant and triumphant look and said, no charge, it's not a dog. So he told straight away to grandfather, he told, I will not take charge for this tortoise because it will not come under the category of dog, it's not a dog. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. Now, finally, grandmother, what she had done, she had accepted Toto. She had accepted Toto in her house, and Toto was finally accepted by grandmother. He was given a comfortable home in the stable. Now there was a stable also, and there they had a family donkey, and the name of that donkey was Nana. What was the name of that donkey? Nana. So now Toto and Nana had to live together. On Toto's first night in the stable, so on the first night, on the Toto's first night, that means first night when he stayed with that donkey Nana, what he did to him? To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. So what he did to Nana? When he was eating, what happened? Toto had fastened onto Nana long ear with his sharp teeth. Nana was pulling at a halter to keep her head away from him, and when he was going to eat it, Toto was pulling her head away from hay so that she could not eat the food. So such type of notorious job was done by that monkey. So on the very first day they became enemy, and Nana was so much troubled by Toto that he was very much annoyed by Toto. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. He had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Now, what he had done? He had fastened her long ears. Both the ear was fastened with the help of his teeth. And Toto and Nana never became friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evening was a large bowl of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. Now Toto was not given bath with cold water during winter. Grandmother used to give a large bowl of warm water, okay, and then in this way he used to take bath with the warm water. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand. Now what he used to do, he was such a clever monkey, he used to test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath, first one foot then the other. Now, and very slowly, in a very nice manner, first he used to keep one foot and then the other foot to take the bath, until he was into the water up to his neck. And then next thing he went inside the utensil where the water was cupped, that large bowl, and first he used to keep his one leg, second time he used to keep his second leg, okay, the other leg, and then the whole body used to be dipped inside that large bowl, and the water was up to his neck. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hand or feet and rub himself all over, and then he would take a soap and he would rub all over his body. He would rub himself with the soap all over his body. That means in a very nice manner he used to take bath. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. Sometime when the water used to become cold, when he was sitting there in the water till the water used to become cold, and he will quickly to the kitchen fire, and there he would dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So this was in a very nice manner. He used to sit in the bowl of warm water. First he used to put one foot, then the other foot, and then he used to sit. The water used to come to his neck, and then he used to rub soap all over his body, and finally he used to go to the kitchen near the fire to dry himself. And if anybody used to laugh at him, he used to feel very bad. He used to feel hurt. Now children, one day an incident has happened where Toto has almost succeeded in boiling himself alive. Let's see what is this incident. Children, all the incident you have to learn. This is in the long question you can ask what were the things, notorious things were done by the Toto. Okay, so in the long question this can be asked. So one was the bath, one the other thing when he was with Nana the donkey, what he had done to Nana, then how he used to take bath. This is a third thing where he was succeeded in boiling himself alive. So let's read from here. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Now, children, a large kitchen kettle was kept on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, and Toto thought of doing something very wrong. He decided to remove the lid. So he decided to remove the lid of that kettle, finding the water just warm enough for a bath. So that day he wanted to take a bath, and when he touched the water in the kettle, he thought that it is enough warm to have a bath. He got with a great difficulty. He got inside the kettle with his head sticking out from open kettle. Only the head portion was out. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. Now Toto was inside the kettle. The kettle was kept on the fire. At first the water was not very warm. He went inside for a bath, but continuously when he was sitting on the kettle, he felt that the water is started boiling. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. Now Toto raised himself. Then it was a winter season. When he felt cold, he again sat down. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him. So he could have died unless the grandmother, she arrived and she hauled him. She pulled him half boiled out of the kettle. He was almost half boiled. He could have died, but in a time the grandmother has come and she hauled him. She pulled him out from the kettle. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. Now there is a comment on Toto's brain that if there is a part of the brain which is devoted to mischief, so that part was only everybody felt developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. And the worst thing, when grandfather aunt used to come near Toto, what he used to do, he used to pull their dresses and he used to make a hole. So all the mischievous thing he used to do it. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao. Now this is another incident where he showed that he is full of notorious ideas. His mind is full of the ideas which normally a monkey never do. So one day at lunchtime, okay, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. So a dish of pulao was kept in the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto is stuffing himself with rice. Now when they entered, what they have seen that Toto is eating pulao. He is eating rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. When grandmother started screaming what Toto had done, Toto had threw a plate to her. One of my aunt rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. Now auntie want to rush to say grandmother. So what he had done, he had received a glass of water. He had thrown a glass of water in her face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. Now grandfather came. He was the only person who can control Toto. So he picked up the dish of pulao and he went through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree. The dish is still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. So he was determined to finish all the grains, all the pulao. And then, in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree. And just to tease the grandmother, because she was the lady who had screamed, who had scolded him, he had taken the revenge. He threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. The dish was broken to 100 pieces and he felt very happy. He chattered with a delight. So, such was the mischievous work done by Toto. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Now everybody started thinking about Toto. Now it was more than enough. Nobody could tolerate him. Even grandfather realized that. Even now, grandfather had realized that he is not a pet to be kept at home. We are not well-to-do. Well-to-do means rich and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. Now they were not having enough money. They were not well-to-do. That means they were not very rich. And every time, the moment the Toto had entered in the house, he was spoiling, he was destroying something. Like they had losses of dishes, the clothes was torn, curtains were torn, wallpaper were torn. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. So Toto was sold only for 3 rupees. With this, the lesson is finished. Now please read the lesson, and I will discuss the important question answer with you in my next video. This all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.